A proton moves in a uniform magnetic field of 34.8 millitesla in spiral motion with a radius of helix 0.4 meter radius and the pitch is 8.5 meters. What is the kinetic energy of the proton? Use the following constants: mass of the proton and proton charge. Okay, so basically we have to find kinetic energy, right? So kinetic energy is equal to the 1/2 mass of the proton, velocity of the proton. Okay, so this velocity is basically this guy. Okay, now if v is that one, then v squared is equal, because we have velocity in parallel and perpendicular, so v perpendicular squared plus v parallel squared. Now that means kinetic energy is equal 1/2 mass of the proton multiplied to the v perpendicular squared plus v parallel squared. Okay, then how can we find v perpendicular and v parallel? Since we know that it's going spiral, if that's the case, then first of all we have to find v perpendicular and also v parallel. The next formula we're going to use is FB is equal to FC. That will give us QVB, which is equal to the mass of the proton, v squared over r. Okay, so 1v as well will cancel out. Then what we're going to get is that we have to find a v here, so that v is perpendicular 1, which is QBR divided by the mass of the proton. Okay, now if you plug the numbers, then you should get v perpendicular. Now in the next case, so let me highlight this one. So in the next case, we have to find v parallel. Okay, so how can we find the v parallel? We know that the pitch, there is a formula in the book, pitch is equal to the v parallel times period. So from here, v parallel is equal to the pitch divided by the period. Okay, then we know that the period itself is equal to the 2 pi r, this is a circle, divided by the velocity. Okay, now that velocity, you can take this velocity, you can take it and plug it to v. Okay, and let's see what we'll get it. So v parallel is equal to the pitch divided by 2 pi r divided by the v is q b r divided by the mass of the proton. So as you can see, r with r will cancel out. Then we will end up with a pitch multiplied qb goes up, right? QB goes up, then divide by the 2 pi and mass of the proton. Okay, okay, so I think so far so good. Now then finally we got a v parallel was equal to the pitch multiplied QB divided by 2 pi mass of the proton. So I think that's it. Then what you have to do is that you have to calculate what is the v perpendicular, what is the v parallel, and you have to plug everything into this formula. Then you will get the right answer.